April the 15th, Wednesday, midnight. Now it's 12:51 a.m., 10 minutes to 1. So this will be broadcast by English. The next one I will try to speak in Cantonese. So when I discuss about American market, then I will use English. Now, although English is my second language, I grew up in Hong Kong, so that hopefully you may understand, when I talk about numbers. When I talk about something else, then may not be so important. Now here, there's news about Singapore today before we talk about market. So let's talk about 1 minute about this, Singapore. Singapore, April the 14th, just a few hours ago, on Tuesday, announced that if you do not wear any mask when you go out, you will be fined, punished 300 Singapore dollars, which is almost quite close to Canadian dollars, or quite near to US dollar. If you do not listen and violate this regulation again, they may put you in jail. Now, the story behind this, what I want to tell you is why Singapore government does not announce this regulation earlier. Why they wait until mid-April, until this pandemic virus happened all over the world. Then they announce right now, which is a little bit late. Even in Hong Kong, everybody wear mask for a long time already. I think the most important point is because Singapore just moved back the mass production factories from Taiwan to Singapore early this year, January to February, and they just start the mass production of masks in Singapore by themselves recently, from Taiwan back to Singapore. So I believe that it's mainly because Singaporean government now have confidence that if they put forward for this regulation, everybody have to wear mask. They have to make sure that there are sufficient number of mask supplies in the market, in the local market. And so that's why they enforce this regulation and law. If not, you cannot do that. Similarly, Singapore, USA and Canada, we should enforce similar regulations. But why American government and Canadian government do not do that? I think the reason behind will be something similar to Singapore, that before January, before February, they cannot do that because at that time, Singapore still did not have sufficient number of mask supply in the local market. So in Canada, and America, probably we face the same situation. Even myself, 2 months ago, I only purchased one small box of mask from local store, Canadian Tire, which was made from India. Thank you, India. And one box, only 50 pieces of mask. I only use it when I go out for groceries, and most of the time I stay home, and also I stay inside my car, and I stay inside my office. So I only use about 3 masks or 4 per week. So basically I still have sufficient number of masks until maybe 4 weeks later. But then I have to buy more. But I found out that recently, when I visit almost every shop or store in Vancouver, all the masks were out of stock. Well, if United States force everybody to wear a mask before they go out to work next month, and then the shortage of masks will be still a big trouble in North America. Anyway, this is supply and demand, and this is also related to economics, so that's why I bring this out as an icebreaker for today, April the 15th. Now let's talk about the market. The market is going to be good, and so right now is a very good time, especially right now, most of you may stay home. It's a good time to spare some money to invest in the stock market. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, okay, and also a few active stock. This is Dow Jones. Now you can see that it's going up, okay, at about, well, I would say about 48 degrees. The slope, okay, is increasing. And most important is take a look at this two green bar chart of green line. April the 9th, the highest was 24008, but April the 14th, the highest was 24040, which was about 32 points higher. That means the highest point was 32 points higher than 2 days ago, and also the opening was at the bottom, okay, opening at 23690, but closed at 23949 and increased by about 558 points. Now this is, we call a trend: open low, close, open low, close high, and this is also a very good sign also. So I expect that, number one, Dow Jones will maintain above 23,000 points. That means this level. Dow Jones will maintain at 23,000 points. Why? Because if you draw a line, okay, from beginning of 2017 to the bottom part of 2019, here and here, you draw one line up, okay, to show the major supporting points for last 3 years. Then you find out that recently 23,000 is a very good and strong supporting line. So go back here, okay, we can see that 23,000 is a very good supporting lines. So I expect that majority of the stock in New York, in Americas, will go up, not quite fast, gradually, but some of the stocks suddenly move already. Now let's take a look at some active stock in North America, okay, and this is how I try to find the stock I like, okay. I mean, if I want to invest in the stock market. Let's go back, okay. For example, okay, how I invest in the stock market, okay, how I found the stock I like. I want to show you. Here, let's take a look at US most active stock. Right? Those are the most active stock in US, okay. Now from here we can try to pick some stock which is you found that may still have potential to increase, okay. For example, if the stock price, look at here, if the stock price still at a relatively low point, I mean for last 52 weeks, and the current price is still at the left hand side, that means you still have potential to go up, okay. So for some stock already go to a very close to highest point, then you can see that the potential to increase more will be less. This is how we do it. But anyway, let's take a look at some interesting stock one by one. For example, top one is General Electric, and take a look at General Electric, okay. I'm using Yahoo, the software. This is the line I draw, okay, before I start for my preparation. Let's take a look at 3 months Yahoo Finance. GE. GE, okay, when you look at for the last 3 months, I draw a line right here, is a downward sloping line. And you can see that GE just, go beyond this downwarding line to the right. Now when there's a downwarding line, when you could move and pass it, go over it, you have two options or two choices in the future. Either go up or either go horizontally. So the chance to go down, further down, will be much less. So in this case, GE, we can expect that, okay, GE, the chance to go down, okay, will be not most likely, but everything can happen, right? We are talking about probability. So let's take a look, okay? Now, yesterday, the lowest price for GE was $6.76, okay, 676. So you can keep that in mind, okay? The chance for CE in next few days, okay, should be above 6.76. But remember, when we set chance, I mean most likely. So if it go beyond 6.76, okay, I mean, even though that chance is not high to go below that, but it happened. If it happened, that means something wrong. You better escape from GE immediately now, okay? I suggest in this way. But if but most likely it will be 6.76 or above, okay? But when you will go up, okay, actually I would say anytime. But you can see 1, 2, 3 days, okay, it was open high and then close low, open high, close low. It means that there are a group of investors, they do want to see the increase of GE, but the selling pressure still very a lot, okay? So you can keep GE as a watch list saying that means if it's going up, okay, and beyond a point, beyond what? If GE go up and higher than 7.75, if GE is going up and higher than 7.75, then you will go further up, okay? So then how to make use of this information, then you can take a look of this stock, okay, every day, okay? Next one, okay, next one from the most active stock, okay, I want to take a look of AMD. AMD is right here. And now remember what I said that Dow Jones is going up, so a lot of stock may try to go up now. So AMD is one of them. Can you see that? Okay, today AMD increased by, the most current trading day, okay, increased by 7.8% in one day, $3.99, close to $4, okay, which is a very big increase, okay? Look at the chart here. So it seems that AMD want to, go back to, the highest $59, go toward that direction. But usually, okay, depend on the Dow Jones. If Dow Jones, okay, does not go down, even Dow Jones go horizontally, I believe that AMD will still increase, okay? So this is another stock that you may put in your watch list. But usually when a stock go up like this for one day, then you will have this next day, it will be almost parallel. One go up, the next day will be almost parallel or a little bit shorter. And then the third, another day will go down a little bit, and then you go up again, okay? So this is a sequence that we observe usually from the market. Now, because of time frame, sometimes when we discuss too long, talk about one video, we spend too much time, people may feel sleepy. So I try to talk about 3 stock each time, and then we'll see, wait for next time. Here there are a lot of stock increasing today, including Apple, Microsoft, okay, Delta Air, surprise, right? And Ford Motor, and some of them are reducing, decrease. Okay, let's take one from below, from the bottom, to see maybe tomorrow what it will be. AT&T, how about? Okay, telecommunication, AT&T. Now AT&T today increased by 3.11%. Okay, and the current price is $31.13. And how about this stock, okay, in the future? Okay, how do we do the analysis? We can draw a line here similar to show you. Now, similar to GE, AT&T also has a downwarding slope since March up to April, and then starting you can see starting April the 6th, when it go beyond this red line, when they go beyond this red line, there's a jump immediately from about $28.31 to $29.68 on that day. So this is how we do the analysis. We found that why there's suddenly a jump on that day, on April the 6th, because of this purple line. Of course, the software will not tell you. I mean, the computer will not tell you this line. This special line is drawn by Eric just a few seconds ago. Okay, and this explains everything. Now when you go up, it start to go up, and will it carry on to go up again? I think so. If AMD going up, and I believe that a lot of others computer related or technology related stock will go up too. AT&T is no matter what, even though the market, a lot of companies shutting down and so on, but we rely on technology for meeting. We rely on internet for communicating with others. So more people actually rely on technology during this COVID-19 period. So I also expect that the telephone company, the internet company at this time, we also has growth. Okay, so I also expect that AT&T will be a good stock for you to watch. And right now you can see that on April the 7th, the highest is for AT&T is $30.97, close to 31. But then on April the 14th, okay, the highest is already $31.16. What does that mean? It gives you an indicator that it just go beyond that resistance by 16 cents, go close to 20 cents. So that this is a signal telling you that next trading day, that means today, April the 15th, I look at the calendar over there, I mean the clock over there. April the 15th today, a few hours later, when New York Stock Exchange market open, AT&T may go up. Okay, believe it or not, this is Eric Hotung Leung video since 2017. I broadcast in YouTube, but I start to join the stock market when I was in junior high. That was about over 40 years ago. I'm 61 years old already. I hope to share my experience to everybody free of charges, and hopefully you will protect your investment and protect your capital before you earn any money. So to watch my video, objective number 1, to protect yourself from risk. And objective number 2, then try to earn a little bit or try to lose less money. And once you earn money, hopefully you can donate some of your earnings to the church, to some non-profit organization to help others in the world. And welcome you to watch my video. If you like it, share with your friends, and also subscribe my channels. And I do hope that my video will give you very good analysis. But remember, all investors should take your own risk. I only take my video as a kind of study, for advice or for suggestions, analysis, theoretical analysis. Okay, and all investors should bear their own risk. And I try to broadcast about 2 times per week in average. Okay, and welcome you to watch my video. Thank you very much. April the 15th. Now is 1 a.m. Vancouver time or Pacific time.